Looks like I'm half bald, half. But anyways, guys, insurance is a scam. Insurance is 100% a scam. I'm doing this video more to as like a mental note to myself, because I'm gonna have to sue the driver who hit me, right? It became clear that that's the only way that I'm gonna get, quote unquote, a little justice, right? And I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying this. So I got in a car accident June 6, 2025. So over a month ago. Okay. I was considered by the police, was called to the scene, as being the party not at fault, right? The other guy, he was considered to be 100% at fault. The police actually put on the report that the other driver, he was non-lucid, right? So the guy shouldn't even be driving. Like, I left the scene when I was told to go, right? They were keeping the guy. He was an elderly guy. He was like over 80 years old. They were trying to get a hold of one of his relatives, because the police deemed that this guy could not be driving a car, right? There was also a witness to the whole thing. It was a lady, because again, this was a parking lot of a business, right? So there I was on the driving lane, right? And this guy comes, he tries to merge to the road that I'm at, right? And he just kind of sideswipes me. And I'm lucky, right? So I have a white car, he has a black car. So now, like, not only there's a dent on my car, there's also like, it's just messed up, right? So it was a lot of damage. And again, the guy was deemed 100% at fault. He has State Farm insurance. And I opened a claim with, sorry guys, sorry. And I opened a claim with State Farm, right? Because that's his insurance. Since day one, they have been giving me the runaround. Since day one. Just to open the account, it took me a couple of days. Once I actually open an account with State Farm, so I can actually open a claim with his insurance, it took me for 2 weeks. I didn't have anybody assigned to my claim, right? It was what they call the team claim, where nobody actually takes care of your stuff, right? When it's like, it's just the team that takes. That's another tip for you guys. If your claim is assigned to a team, they are not taking care of it. They're just giving you the runaround. So if you don't even have a person assigned to your claim, that means the insurance company is not taking what you're saying seriously. Okay? So that's my tip number one when you file something with insurance. If you have a team assigned to your claim, they are giving you the runaround, right? Okay. So for 2 weeks, I get the runaround. Then I go back to my insurance, okay? And here's the reason why I say that insurance is a scam. Because here in the United States, car insurance is mandatory, right? You have to have insurance to drive a car in the United States. Period. That's the law. Even though there's a bunch of people that don't have it and still drive, right? Because in some places, the penalties for driving without insurance are not harsh, right? So even though, mind you, again, it's mandatory to pay for extra insurance in the United States, there's still a bunch of people that don't have it. Just keep that in mind, okay? So I do have the bare minimum type of car insurance, right? Because I have an old Kia Soul, it's 2016, almost 10 years old. You know, I'm not going to be paying a huge, absurd amount of money on a cheap car, right? This car, even though I still own over $10,000, this car is probably worth $8,000 if there wasn't a crash on the report. And we're gonna get into that and why the whole thing is just a scam. So again, for the 2 weeks, I get the runaround. This team was assigned to my claim, which means that nobody's assigned to your claim, right? And nothing happens, right? I call my insurance and I ask my insurance, okay, what should I do? Because mind you, go back, I pay the bare minimum. I don't have collision, right? I have what is called liability. And I only have it because it's mandatory, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't have it. A lot of countries in the world, car insurance is not mandatory. So don't think that that should be the norm. There's a lot of places in the world where car insurance is not mandatory. Just keep that information in mind before if you work for car insurance, before you even drop a comment, think about that before you drop in a comment. Anyway, so I have the bare minimum. I don't have collision, right? Because the perfect stage would be I have collision, I wasn't at fault, I call my insurance fix my car, and then tries to get the money from the other company, right? Again, that would be the perfect scenario. But that's not what happened, right? Hello, Dax. Well, how are you, man? Now, Dax, after I started playing GTA 5, there's a guy on GTA 5, right? One of the missions online that his name is Dax. I think of you when I play GTA 5 online sometimes because of the name, right? Let's go back to the insurance, guys. So again, I don't have collision, right? I have the bare minimum liability. So I call my insurance and they tell me that I can request somebody to be assigned to my claim, right? Sounds good. Sounds good, Dex. See you around. See you in GTA 5. So my insurance tells me that I can have somebody assigned to my claim, right? So I call insurance again, his insurance, State Farm. And I say, well, can I get an agent, a adjuster, whatever the name is, assigned to my claim? And I say, yeah, fine. Okay, the next day, I think, somebody was assigned to my claim, right? I think his name was Nathan, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. The guy disappeared from the system. I don't know if he was fired, just an aside for my case, or whatever the hell happened, but we will get into that. Anyway, so Nate, or Nathan, whatever the hell his name was impossible. I couldn't get a hold of the guy. Like, maybe talking to somebody famous would be less stressful than talking to the insurance adjuster that I had assigned to my case from State Farm. The guy was just unreachable, right? And then he keeps giving me the runaround. Then I do what I would tell everybody that has problems with insurance to do. So in the United States, each state has a state regulations kind of agency, right? an agency that takes care of regulations. And there's one for insurance. Okay, I'm assuming in every single state in the United States you have one. So I went to the website of the one where I live here, state where I live, and I made a complaint against not mine, his insurance company, which is State Farm, right? So I make a complaint. I explained the whole situation. Well, they gave me the runaround for the first 2 weeks. Then a guy was assigned to my claim, but again, he was unreachable. I couldn't get a hold of the guy. And the complaint gets to State Farm. So this Monday, I think, just 2 days ago, somebody from State Farm calls me. I don't answer. I keep my phone always on mute because, you never get a good call, right? Nobody's calling you for anything good nowadays, right? The only calls we get right now in the United States are scams. Nobody's calling each other through cell phone calls. You use WhatsApp, you use whatever the hell it is, but nobody's calling each other. So I keep my phone on mute. So I didn't see it. He leaves me a message saying, well, here's whatever his name. I'm from the state regulation department here in State Farm. We got your complaint through the state regulations office, whatever the name was. And I just want to reassure that we're gonna take care of your claim and blah 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 blah. Okay, this past Monday, 2 days ago. Today, I get a call from my unreachable. Sup, Tyler? Let's talk about Fight Club. Now I'm gonna stop. That joke is not funny anymore. Welcome, guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. So today, Tyler, let me say hello here because sometimes people don't hear it. So let me just tell you here hello on the chat. What's up? Anyway, so today I got a call from the unreachable adjuster, right? For my claim. But again, I also keep my phone on mute. If I'm not expecting a call from you, I'm probably not gonna see that call. I'm not on my phone 100% of the time, and my phone is on mute. So this guy calls me in the morning and says, well, here's my name, whatever, Nathan, whatever the hell his name was. I don't even want to think about that guy. He said, we were able to move your claim forward even though we didn't have enough documentation. Mind you, I sent them the police report, which this guy said that he didn't have access to. Right? But the police report was one of the first things I sent out to them. So then there's this guy from State Farm telling me that he hasn't gotten the police report. So it's bull crap, right? Anyway, so today I got a call from this guy telling me that they were able to move the claim forward even though they didn't have enough documentation. Even though I provided them with the police report where the other guy was found to be 100% at fault. Right? Thank you guys. I see all of that. Thank you so much. Is that you, Tyler? How you doing, man? Then I receive a email saying that I should contact one of their shops. Again, guys, in most of the civilized world, when you're not the guy at fault, right, you can go to whatever shop you want. If you want to go to the whatever shop that usually you have the official shops from like brands. Like my car is a Kia Soul, so you have like the Kia dealership, which is like the official shop, right? Again, in most civilized world, including the United States here, when you're not at fault, you can decide to which shop you're gonna take your car to, right? But again, State Farm says, well, yeah, we could see that the other guy was liable for the thing, so you can go ahead and get an estimate. But they only provide 3 shops that I can go get my estimates at. So they are still giving me the runaround, right? Because again, since I wasn't at fault by law in most countries, I can go to whatever shop I want. If I want to go to the Kia official shop to get my car fixed with the original parts, I have the right. Right? I was born in Brazil. Brazil's like that. I live in the United States. The United States is like that. If you're not at fault, you have the right to pick which shop you're going to use for the repairs. But State Farm, for over a month, has been giving me the runaround. And now today, they decided to send me this list of 3 shops in my town. 3 small shops, mind you. 3 little small shops, collision centers, that they approve for me to get an estimate, right? So they got me pissed right by the morning, okay? And Tyler, gosh, I'm thirsty, man. My water's gone here. So I tried to call the guy who was my adjuster, right? Nathan, whatever the name he had. Of course, the guy is unreachable, right? I talked to another agent. This other agent gets my message, which I said, I requested a callback, right, from my adjuster, Nathan, whatever the hell his name was. But again, I had done that a couple of times in the past, and the guy never called me back, right? So I know he's very terrible. He's terrible at communication, right? So I know he's not going to call me back. Anyways, comes like 7 p.m. here, 7 Central Time. I send them a message through their website. You can send them a message, which they never answered any of my messages in the past. Okay. So then I got a call, which again, I don't answer, from Kyle from State Farm, which was the guy who I talked earlier today, who got my message that I want to talk to my adjuster. Okay, Tyler, see you, man. And so I, talked to Tyler. Well, again, Tyler calls me, leaves me a message telling me that the prior adjuster, Nathan, whatever the hell his name was, is not assigned to my case anymore. Then I go check on their website, and yes, I'm back to stage 1, where I have a team taking care of my claim. Even though I can still go to the shops, I don't have any adjuster assigned directly to my claim. Because here's the thing, guys. Again, they offer me to repair the car in one of the 3 shops they have within their network, right? Which is, again, most of the civilized countries you can pick. If you're not at fault, you can pick what shop you're gonna get the repairs, right? And let me just see one thing here real quick, guys. So they already like doing something wrong by doing that, right? Not only that, I still couldn't talk to my adjuster for more than 5 minutes to tell them that I not only want my car repaired, I want to get back some of the value of my car. I don't know how they call that, legally speaking, in a lawsuit. I don't know how they call it. But like, my car value has been lowered after this accident. like here in the United States, you have reports on the cars, right? When you're gonna buy a car, they usually provide you with a report on that car. Usually that report has a lot of information, including the times that oil change was done in the car. So you get a huge report. And accidents are, they are listed on this report. So having an accident on your car here in the United States, it increases the value 100% because people will know because of this report that your car wasn't an accident. So again, once that guy hit my car, and again, I wasn't at fault, the value of my car was lowered. I don't know how much the value lowered, but it was. Right? So on top of like getting my car repaired, which I wouldn't mind going through their own little shops, if and only if I was able to, again, I don't think that's the word, but reach a settlement check with them for my losses, personal losses, which it would have been a lot more than I'm gonna ask them, right? This money is just gonna help with a little bit, but I'm an Uber driver, man. This thing messed up my earnings. I'm not doing rides anymore as much because I have a huge dent on my door, and I don't want to, risk getting a terrible terrible evaluation on Uber by a rider, right? Because I have a dent on my car. So I'm not doing rides as much. So I'm only mainly doing deliveries, which affected my income, right? That really affected my income. So I could ask for a lot of money, but I'm mind you guys, I'm in the United States where the cost of living is extremely high. I'm only going to ask for, I'm not going to say the value here because I don't want to mess it up the loss. But anyways, I'm going to ask for a little amount of money and my car can be fixed in whatever shop the hell the shop they want. But yeah, that was pretty much I think this video. I don't have anything else to add. I'm going to transform probably this video into an actual video I'm going to post because people deserve to know how insurance is a scam. But anyways, so the guy calls me. Well, last thing I'm going to tell you guys. So this Kyle guy, which I talked today, I don't know, maybe it was 11 Central Time, calls me now 6:55 p.m. Central Time, right? I call him back. I call the number back, even though he said that he was going to be in the office, whatever. I call him back at 7:06. So like 10 minutes later, after he called me, I couldn't get through to him because the moment I called the number, I got a computer telling me that, oh yeah, the offices are closed, blah, blah, blah. So great job, State Farm. You guys rock. But you guys are not the only terrible ones. I'm pretty sure every single insurance company is terrible. And if you work for them, you're a little scum yourself. Yes. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and I see you guys soon.